Good morning everyone. Little after 6 a.m. A lot of moisture around this morning and during the night as well. Fell asleep with my camera outside doing a picture again and woke up about half an hour later, pulled the camera inside the phone and it was just sopping wet through with condensation. It was a nice camp spot otherwise. The sunset was just spectacular. I said last night it was probably one of the best I've seen for weeks. I would argue it was one of the best I've seen on trail. It was just beautiful and it went on. The colours just lingered in the sky for at least an hour after the sun had gone down. It was absolutely beautiful and I couldn't have got a better place to watch it from either. There wasn't an ounce of wind, not a drop last night, nothing, no breeze. It was just totally still. There was no noise. Apart from waking up once when there was some people walking past the tent, we had torches on. I don't think I woke up at any other point. I think it was a good night's sleep. This morning I've got about a 5-mile climb and then a big descent, a big gradual descent. So I'm looking forward to that. I think it lasts quite a way actually. I'm really looking forward to today. I think it could be a pretty nice day today. I'll just show you the view down the valley and you can see just how much moisture there is hanging around. So there you go through the trees, you can see all the cloud inversion hanging in the valley. I love seeing that. There's something so calming and peaceful about it. It's just beautiful. The Lake District in the UK, you see it loads and loads of times there and it's just marvellous to see. The colours in the sky, these pastel shades are beautiful as well. Just a really nice morning. You can maybe make out a little bit of colour in the clouds up there. The sun is kind of coming over the horizon, or trying to come over the horizon. I might actually beat it. I don't know, it depends how quickly I get up over this ridge. Just entering Jefferson Park now. This is the no camping area I said about last night. Just look at the colour of the water. It's so cloudy. So I mentioned that I'd left the camera outside doing a long exposure last night and it got wet, or the phone. I keep calling it a camera. I think I use it more as a camera than I do as a phone. But I got, I think 3 altogether. One of them looked beautiful as well. As usual, I'll try and pop them up on the screen so you can have a look. I know some people enjoy seeing those almost as much as I enjoy taking them. But yeah, it was a really, really clear, starry night last night. I think one of them, maybe see if you can spot the Big Dipper or the plough, depending on what you call it. It was quite prominent when I was looking out the tent, but because the astrophoto brings out quite a lot of detail, it might take a little bit of spotting. See if you can see it. Wow. This is just gorgeous this morning. It's really sharp, really chilly in the air. Just got my little red windbreaker on to take off the edge and I'm actually sweating, but You see the sunlight just hitting the top of the mountain. A little bit of cloud swirling around at the top. So beautiful. I can't wait to get to the top and see what's awaiting on the other side. Well, I'm not doing very well this morning. I am not getting very far at all. This place is absolutely stunning. I'm just stopping for photographs literally every 30 seconds. I've started using, I brought with me a little clip to attach to the top of my selfie stick so I can clip my phone into it, and then I can put the timer on the phone and take a few pictures of myself, and I've hardly been using it at all the entire trip. And just this last week or so, I would say, I've started using it more, and I'm getting some pretty nice pictures. Well, I like them anyway, and that's all that matters. What I'll do is, I think there's quite a few of you out there who don't follow me on Instagram. I don't use Instagram for whatever reason, and I'll just pop a couple of the pictures that I've taken just now up on the screen so you can see, because one of them in particular, I'll let you decide which one, is possibly one of the best photographs I've taken this trip. It's that good. I had to climb up onto the top of a rock to get the elevation, to get the picture, but blimey was it worth it. It's absolutely gorgeous. I even upped the pixel count, took it off the normal setting and put it up to the max setting so that when I get home I can hopefully get it enlarged and printed out, because that, my goodness me, that is just a beautiful picture. And I don't say that very often. I'm not kind of like, oh, I take great pictures. But that one, I absolutely love it. Well, there's Jefferson again. I'm almost to the top of the climb. It's a little after 8 a.m. Which has probably been the steepest climb in Oregon so far as well. But it's going to be goodbye to Jefferson, and I think hello to Hood. There she blows. Look at that. Talk about dramatic. Got to work my way right over to that in the next few days. The distances that you cover on this hike kind of makes you appreciate vehicles. That's pretty cool. I'm going to have to get a photograph of that. Hello, hello. I've not filmed for a couple of hours after we got the view of Mount Hood and Mount Jefferson. I bumped into a guy from Utah, funnily enough, Salt Lake City, called Danny. I've just been hiking with him and chatting about all sorts of different stuff. Really, really interesting guy. Got his head screwed on the right way as well. It's his first through hike, and he absolutely loving it. Saying how impressed he was with the Sierras and how it's probably the most beautiful place he's ever hiked. I think that probably a lot of people could probably say that. But yeah, it's passed the time really, really nicely. Just sort of like had our heads down hiking. He's hiking with some other people. I'm not too sure where they are, but he said they're planning on doing a 40 miler today. I'm not planning on it. It might happen, possibly, but I'm not planning it. One thing I do need though is water. I'm not out, but I'm low. And there's a lake coming up, a little lake in, I would say, the next sort of half hour or so. So I'm going to have a little stop there, top up some water, have a snack, maybe a quick sit down. Right folks, this is Upper Lake, mile 2046.405, something like that. Again, the water level's quite low, but it's got water, which is the main thing I'm worried about. Well, main thing I wanted. Nice little place to sit and take a break, definitely. It is one of the stretches where people tend to try and complete one of the Oregon challenges. So if you're not aware, there's quite a few challenges that you can opt to do for fun or for a challenge whilst you're out on the PCT. It's things like at Cajon Pass back in the desert, just resupply there on McDonald's food only, and only eat McDonald's food until you get to Wrightwood. There's one of the challenges is in Oregon is that, I think it's generally done in Oregon. It's maybe not an Oregon specific thing, but it's the 24-hour challenge. It's basically just see how many miles you can walk in a 24-hour period. And people generally try and do 60 or 70, I believe. No, before you ask, I am not partaking in that. I think what happens a lot of the time is people do that challenge and they'll smash out like 60 or 65 or something miles, but then they'll completely crash the next day. So yes, they've done 65 miles in a day, but basically they don't do anything the next day, if you follow me. So it's kind of pointless from my eyes. I'd rather just do 2 32-mile days. Yeah. And another one is the Oregon Challenge, which I'm not sure if it's changed, but back in 2019 it used to be that the challenge was to get through Oregon in 14 days. Someone did tell me they thought it had been changed to 10 days now, but I'm not sure about that. That seems like an awful lot to do in 10 days. If you think it's about 453 miles or something? Or 483, I can't remember. If you're doing that in 10 days, I'm not sure. I think 14 is a little more, still a challenge, but a little more realistic. So this is what I mean about all the little lakes dotted around. You just come across them every now and then in this area. Could have done with some of them near Crater Lake, couldn't we? But never mind, we made it through. Just want to say a big hello and thank you to Brad L on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much, Brad. That's really nice of you. And fantastic that you've been inspired. I hope you managed to get out on some of the sections in California. There's definitely plenty of them to choose from. That state is massive. But yeah, hopefully the videos have given you a good idea of where you might want to target and where you might want to avoid. So I wish you some happy trails in that area, my friend. and thank you for your support. Well, it doesn't get much plainer than that, does it? Entering the Warm Springs Indian Reservation, and watch out for bears. Right folks, it is 2:15 p.m. and I've just reached this dirt road. It doesn't look like it's seen a great deal of use recently. It's put me at 22.5 miles for the day so far, and I thought it was about lunchtime. Seeing as though the tent was drenched this morning, I thought I may as well take the opportunity to try and get it dried out this lunchtime while I'm stopped, along with the Tyvek as well. So that's why they're down there. Not a great view, but better than being stuck in an office, definitely. It's got really hot today, probably the hottest it's been for a few days, definitely, easily. Been drinking a lot more water, and I think I've got about I opened my big mouth this morning, didn't I, about water carries. I think I've got about a 12-mile water carry now. There are a couple of sources off trail, but as we all know, I don't like venturing off trail if I don't have to. So I'm just going to carry through until a river, I think, that's in 10 or 12 miles. So I'm just going to sit here and enjoy some lunch. Well, I've been very neglectful. I do apologise. It's about 5:30 just after, and for the last couple of hours since I finished my lunch and dried my tent out, I've been hiking with an Irish girl called Hot Tub. From what I can understand, she started somewhere around about a similar time to me. It kind of seems like we've been in the vicinity of each other for most of the hike. Sounds like she might have been in front of me for a while. She's hiking with two other girls, and they're trying the 24-hour challenge today, and they're trying to do 50 miles in 24 hours. Look at the old trail marker. Nice. Yeah, they're trying to do 50 miles in 24 hours. They're laughing about it. I mean, good luck to them. I think they started at something like 8:10 this morning, so they've got obviously until 8:10 tomorrow morning, intending to hike through the night. Good for them. But yeah, I've not filmed at all. I do apologise. It's basically just been like this. A couple of tiny little sections where you've popped out of the forest and had a little open area, but nothing to write home about. Nothing out of the ordinary. I think at the moment I'm somewhere around about the 30-mile mark for the day. And apart from a little pain on the ball of my left foot, which I think is down to my socks, kind of grating a bit, I'm feeling all right. So I'm probably just going to keep going until I feel like stopping. Definitely want to get another 5 in if I can, and anything over that will be a real bonus. Hey folks, it's 7 p.m. and I have just topped off with water at Warm Springs River, or Warm Springs Creek, whichever one it was. A lot of people there. A lot of people stopping for a break in the middle of the 24-hour challenge. A lot of people camping. I am looking to get about another 5 miles done from here. The next water source that is on trail is roughly 9.5 miles away. It's actually quite a nice light in the forest at the moment. The sun's streaming through from the left there, and it's creating some real nice effects among the trees and the foliage. Said it before and I'll say it again. I love hiking at this time of the evening. So I've got about 3 miles of uphill. I don't think it's anything drastic. It's not crazy steep, I don't think. Just a gradual 3 mile, 1,000 foot climb. I think it does get a little steeper than this, but it's certainly not going to be mountainous. I forgot to tell you about the MetRx breakfast bar MetRx meal replacement bar that I ate for breakfast this morning. It was huge, absolutely massive, weighed a ton as well. So I'll be glad to get another one gone tomorrow morning. But sat and ate it in the dark in the tent this morning, about 10 to 5. I think it was the I want to say apple pie or apple crumble flavour, and like the top half of the bar was all kind of like soft, and the bottom half of the bar was all kind of like a crispy protein bar type consistency. And it was actually pretty nice. As with most stuff like that, it was quite a fake taste, but it certainly wasn't the worst thing I've ever eaten. Wasn't bad. I would buy them again, actually. The most important thing is that it made me feel full, or fuller for longer this morning, definitely, compared to the stuff I have been eating. I actually felt pretty good most of the morning after eating it. So that might, if I can find them again, they might become my breakfasts for the remainder of the trail. Not bad.
Hello everybody. It is roughly 10 past 10 at night, obviously. I am camped at mile 2074.6, which means I've done 40.9 miles today. I've been here probably about an hour. It was pitch black when I got here. I got here under head torch as usual. Managed to find myself a flat spot in the forest. Got the tent pitched up. It was still pretty wet, even though I'd had it out drying at lunchtime. The actual floor of the tent was all wet. The interior was all wet, so I've had to dry it off with a towel, which is exactly what I brought the towel for, funnily enough. And then got everything inside, and I've had my nightly dose of ramen, goldfish, fruit, and I'm about to start on my evening dose of almonds. The joys. Legs are aching a little bit, but 40.9 miles is way more than I was hoping for today. Generally speaking, the terrain's not been too bad. There was a couple of climbs this morning that were pretty demanding. The one coming out of Jefferson Park. After Jefferson Park, the views kind of just weren't anywhere near as good, basically. There was a lot of burn zones, there was a lot of green tunnel. And compared to how stunning Jefferson Park was this morning, it just kind of paled in comparison, to be honest with you. Tomorrow, I've got about 25 miles to do to get to Timberline Lodge. I'm still not sure if I'm even going to go in. I feel like I have to show you guys what it's like, because it is a pretty impressive building, but I don't actually need to go for anything. I'm going to have enough electronics juice. I shouldn't need to charge any of that up, I don't think, on this segment. I mean, it might be nice to go and get a drink there or something, but I certainly won't be staying for the breakfast or anything like that. We'll have to see on that one, I'm afraid. Please don't be too disappointed if I don't take you in to show you it, but maybe I'll go and see it. We'll also obviously see Mount Hood up close and personal tomorrow. After about 20 miles or so, probably get pretty up close to it, and then hopefully I'll be able to get a few miles past Timberline Lodge, and camp for the evening tomorrow. So it's pretty much it, guys. I am gonna have another drink because I'm real thirsty. Have some almonds, and just mess about on my phone for a bit before I go to sleep. Take care of yourselves, guys, and good night.